Hello and welcome to City Hall. I'm Ryan Dorsey, City Council member from the 3rd District in Northeast Baltimore. I'm here today with grassroots organization Baltimore for Democracy to ask voters to vote no on question H. I want to thank also my colleague Odette Ramos from the 14th District for joining us here today. Question H asks very simply, is 14 too many people to represent the interests every day of nearly 600,000 people? As a City Council member, I sit on 3 different committees considering legislation on a wide range of topics, everything from simple things like sale of city-owned properties and rezoning, to the framework of city agencies and operations like the recently passed Strengthening Renter Safety Act, to establishing funding sources for things like the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, in addition to annual business like passing the city budget. And while we tend to that sort of business, I also meet with and speak with representatives from all facets of city agencies every week, 52 weeks a year. My staff and I handle calls about water bills, street conditions, property tax payments, parking enforcement, building inspections, permits, and everything you can think of having to do with city services and operations. Not only do we help on a case-by-case basis with constituent work, but we go the next step and take further efforts to work with city staff to improve and identify opportunities for process improvements to reduce the prevalence of problems in the city, sometimes taking months or even years to bring about new ways of doing things. The work is endless and often challenging. And with all there is to be done in this old city, to keep it going, improving, and hopefully growing, the question of whether 14 people is too many to do what I and my colleagues do every day is patently absurd. The question could only be asked by somebody who either does not understand or care about the value of city services. And as it turns out, that's exactly what we have. A multi-millionaire media magnate who doesn't live in Baltimore City has paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of his own money to get this question asked of the voters of Baltimore City. And the coalition here today is asking voters to get involved in educating one another about it and working collectively to reject this proposal, to vote no on question H. The Baltimore for Democracy Coalition is an independent group of Baltimore City residents working in concert with the efforts of Mayor Scott and the member organizations involved in the Baltimore Not for Sale Coalition, all in an effort to defeat this ballot measure. We believe we can count on voters to make the right choice so long as we get the word out. We're here to make sure that every voter in Baltimore City knows to vote no on question H.